How's it going? My name's Robert Kojima. I love Metal Gear. I fucking love Metal Gear. I've loved it my whole life. Basically, Metal Gear is the creation of a reverse weeaboo. For all you who don't know what a weeaboo is somebody that is American and loves the West and wants to be a Japanese anime. This is a Japanese man who loves the West and wants to be a Clint Eastwood cowboy. This man takes these games that should be these panty raid high school musical type games and creates these James Bond secret agent films within them. It's such an odd combination that makes the games unique and amazing in their own right. There's no game that feels like a Metal Gear game. Metal Gear Solid 1 came out in 1998. I was about 4 years old when I first played it, and I still play it to this day. It's currently my favorite game of all time. I don't think that'll ever change. You play as Solid Snake, who is an ex-Special Forces agent who had to kill his clone daddy, Big Boss. Big Boss, we'll go into him later when we get to Metal Gear Solid 3. But as of right now, all you need to know that he is the greatest soldier ever made and could fuck your bitch if he wanted to. So, Solid Snake comes up on the Shadow Moses facility in Alaska. And on his Kodak team are Colonel Campbell, Naomi Hunter, and Mei Ling. Her name is fucking Mei Ling, that there's no last name. She saves your game for you. Her name is Mei Ling. You can call her and she says, "What's up, Snake?" And then you get a button that says save, don't save. That's it. There's no other. And she gives you a fucking Chinese fortune cookie thing at the end. It's like, "Snake, smart in hand, don't rush into battle." And he says, "What the fuck does that mean, you stupid Asian gook?" So you sneak up, get off the elevator, and you see this man with a British voice. So you don't know yet, but this character's name is Liquid Snake, who, I'm shitting you not, is the identical twin clone of your character, Solid Snake. His name is Liquid Snake. Solid Snake, Liquid Snake. Like, that's like if my character was named A-Man and the villain was named B-Man. You know? I'm not even joking.
White man versus black man.
White man, black man. I'm serious. So, Solid Snake gets up and he says, "Liquid Snake, what the fuck?" You sneak in through the base and you learn that there's another intruder there besides you. And then Snake says, "Another intruder?" Like, he questions everything you ask. I fucking love David Hayter. The writing's terrible, but he does such a good job with the character in Metal Gear Solid 1. It's amazing.
Do an impression of me. Another intruder.
Another intruder. Metal Gear. You knew? Crab battle.
We'll get to crab battle.
We'll get to crab battle, but that's Metal Gear Solid 3. Continuing, you go through the facility, go down an elevator, and you meet the DARPA chief, who's this black guy that, for whatever reason, make him such an important character in the later series. In 3, like, I'm going to do this now because this is the first time we're explaining him, but this character is Sigyn in 3. Sigyn is an optional fucking character in Metal Gear Solid 3. Literally, if you don't call him once, he never shows up in the whole game.
I never called him.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, like, you can call him. His stuff is entirely optional. This is the guy that made the AI. This is the guy that made the Patriots. This is like the most important character in the whole series.
Is a fucking guy shitting on a toilet.
Is a fucking guy. He's not shitting on a toilet. That would be Metal Gear Awesome if you want to go see that video. But this guy, he says, "Metal Gear." And you know what's fucking beyond that? This guy tells you what Metal Gear is and tells you, "I gave him my code. I'm the black guy that is the one fucking token character of the whole series. Metal Gear. Oh, heart attack. Dies." Spoilers, this is not even the DARPA chief. This is Decoy Octopus pretending to be this man. This man's long dead at this point. It's absurd. Like, you don't learn this till later. It's a plot twist, I guess. But I'm here to love the game, not rant on it, so I'll let it slide. So you get out of your cell from a girl named Meryl, who is Colonel Campbell, who is your general's, not your general, your commander's niece. And she says, "Oh my god, you fucking killed the DARPA chief, what's wrong with you?" And he says, "You have rookie eyes, you fucking bitch." And he takes her gun from her, gives it back because they get stormed by soldiers. They kill them all. Okay, so Meryl saves you and she runs away. So you go to the arms tech boss, and you go down there, and fucking Revolver fucking Ocelot, the most important character of the whole series, is down there. And he's twirling his gun. "This gun is the best gun ever." And they're like, "Best gun?" He says, "Colt M1911, Big Boss told me about it." "Oh, you know who Big Boss is, right?" Okay, so he fucking gets his arm cut off by the cyborg ninja, who I haven't even mentioned yet. And he says, "Oh, we'll meet again," holding his fucking arm with his other hand. It's comedic. It's hilarious. So you learn from the arms tech chief that Metal Gear has 2 keys that they need to unlock with. You do that. You run away. Meryl unlocks the keys for you, and then Vulcan Raven, who I haven't told you about yet, is a member of Foxhound, pilots a tank. You beat him with grenades.
Wikipedia page summary, like, let's go.
Okay, so you keep going.
It's only MGS3.
Okay, so you go through there, go into the nuke facility, and then there's some Russian girl that they tell you to call. I never called her because she's a stupid ass bitch. You go down the elevator. You get a call from Deep Throat. I'm dead fucking serious. That's his name, is Deep Throat. He says, "Blow up the generator with the Nikita missile." And Snake's like, "Deep Throat? Okay." Blow up the generator. You go into the next room, and there's this fucking weeb and a cyborg ninja that I mentioned before named Gray Fox. He says, "Oh, I remember you, Snake." And Snake's like, "I don't know who the fuck you are." And then you punch him, and he says, "You remember me now, Snake?" And he says, "I don't know who the fuck you are." And apparently it's this character from a game that nobody's ever played called Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Speaking of Metal Gear games, let's rate them all right now. I mean, fuck it, we're already at it, so... Okay, so the verdict is, every shitty game of Metal Gear that I played, I'm going to take a shot of. Metal Gear Solid 1. Love this game. Many hours of this game. Played this game at least twice a year since I can remember. Not taking a shot of it. Metal Gear Solid 2. People hate it for what it is. I love it for what it is. It's a great piece of memes. Everything about it. Metal Gear Solid 3. What's there to say? Amazing game. I love it. Metal Gear Solid 4. Fuck this game. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Who the fuck thought it was a good idea to make Peace Walker a fucking Monster Hunter clone on the PSP? Doesn't even control right. Shitty ass fucking game. Metal Gear Medic. The Phantom Menace. Fuck Metal Gear Solid!
We're going.
So basically all this other stupid bullshit happens after you kill Gray Fox, so yada yada yada. You get to the end of the game, and Liquid Snake comes out with a fucking Metal Gear Rex, piloting this giant fucking metal machine, and says, "You enjoy all the killing, that's why!" And you have to fight him with he has a Metal Gear and you have a rocket launcher. That's it. There's nothing left. You're donezo. But you beat him. And he falls like 50 feet out of a Metal Gear and says, "Ah!" And you punch him to death. He fucking dies by you punching him. So you escape on the jet ski with the love interest Meryl, blah blah blah, the end. 2 years later, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, the greatest twist of all time. You play as Snake for 15 minutes trying to get rid of this, take pictures of this Metal Gear that's on a boat. Revolver fucking Ocelot, who got his arm cut off in the first game, comes back and is like, "Ah, Snake, good to see you again." Ah! And it turns out he's actually possessed by Liquid Snake, your brother. He is a ghost fucking inhibiting the mind of Revolver Ocelot. And Solid Snake says, "Liquid!" And then everyone dies, or so it seems.